Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, today is Wednesday, August the 26th, 2020. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Jeffrey Bradbury. So, without further ado, here's a birthday song for you. I said, hey, Jeffrey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. You know you're 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey, Jeffrey, I heard it's your birthday today. I heard you made it another year around the sun today. You know, you're 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you, I say. And many more. You cha 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 cha. All right, all right, all right. Happy birthday to you, Jeffrey. Okie dokie. And now I've got my Facebook Pokey Pals. Yes, sir, my Facebook Pokey Pals are those who poked me, and they have poked me, and I'm back to ready about to poke them right back right now. How about Dana Jennings and Pam Willis and Amanda Sue Little? Amen, Pokey Pals. There's your poke. I'll poke you back on Facebook later. And you know what? I went through all the videos of yesterday's posts on the Shen Show, and I didn't get a single like. But that's okay. I'm getting a lot of likes on the Bible with Briscoe 2020. Um, one of these days, I'll go through and tell you all the folks that. But no, I can't do that because I don't want to reveal their uh I don't want to reveal their religious affiliation. So therefore, I'm not going to divulge their names. There you go. Protective purposes. Alrighty, there we go. So that being said, I got a couple of songs, but how about some weather first? How about the weather is going to be brought to us today by Works Tools. That's right, Works Tools. I actually happen to own the Works 290, whatever that is. I don't remember what it is exactly. It's their Works GT Revolution. That's right, the GT Revolution 20-volt string trimmer. That's right, it comes into all kinds of different shapes and turns it into a weed eater and a edger and all kinds of different cool little thingies. I mean, I love that. And it also makes a little mower out of itself because it's got this set of wheels on it that you can put all over the place. 20-volt rechargeable battery, which gives you about 120 hours, I think. But whatever it is, I mean, you can go ahead and run that battery as long as you need for a smaller yard. And well, I've got a smaller yard. So anyway, with the weather forecast, here we go. The weather's being messed up here and there a little bit. The forecast is changing rapidly. It goes up and down with Laura moving around down there on the southern uh, southern coast down there, jumping up and down. So anyway, here we go. Tonight, August the 26th, mostly clear skies this evening. Scattered thunderstorms developing after midnight with lows around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be southwest to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. Then Thursday, August the 27th, mostly cloudy day. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Highs around 91 degrees Fahrenheit with south to southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then cloudy skies and a stray shower overnight or thunderstorms are quite possible. We got lows near 75 degrees Fahrenheit and winds light and variable. Then for Friday, August the 28th, cloudy skies early, followed by partially clearing, and then highs around 88 degrees Fahrenheit and winds east to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Few clouds from time to time overnight with lows around 72 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, August the 29th. Partly cloudy skies, highs around 84 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds north and northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then a few clouds from time to time overnight, with lows around 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And there, after that, we got partly to mostly cloudy skies on Sunday, August the 30th. Highs around 81 degrees Fahrenheit and winds east to southeast at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Showers are early and then scattered thunderstorms developing later on at night. Lows around 67 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain at that point in time will be 60%. And then, to wrap up our 5 day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, Monday, August the 31st, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 81 degrees Fahrenheit, winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. Partly cloudy skies during the evening and a few showers developing late during the night. Lows around 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be west and northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chances of rain of 30%. And so there you have it. That there is the St. Charles 5 day forecast. Alrighty, that being said, I got a couple of songs I'm going to whip out today. From the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? One evening as the sun went down and the jungle fires were burning, down the tracks came a hobo hiking, and he said, "Boys, I'm not turning. I'm headed for the land that's far away, beside the crystal fountains. So come with me, we'll go and see the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, there's lands that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes, and you sleep out every night. Where the boxcars are all empty, and the sun shines every day. The birds and the bees and the cigarette trees and the lemonade springs, where the bluebirds sing in the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, all the cows have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmer trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. Oh, I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the rain don't fall and the winds don't blow, in the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, you never change your socks, and little streams of alcohol come trickling down the rocks. The brakemen have to tip their hats, and the railway bulls are blind. There's a lake of stew and whiskey too, and you can paddle around in a big canoe in the big rock candy mountains. In the big rock candy mountains, the jails are made of tin, and you can walk right out again as soon as you are in. There ain't no short-handled shovels, no axes, saws, nor picks. I'm bound to stay where they hung the jerk that invented work uh, in the big rock candy mountains. I'll see you all this coming fall in the big rock candy mountain. All right, there you go. That was Big Rock Candy Mountain. And then, how about Go to Sleep, Little Baby? Actually, it's called No One But the Baby. Everyone But the Baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Your mama's gone away and your daddy's gonna stay. Don't you leave nobody but the baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Everybody's gone in the cotton and the corn. Didn't leave nobody but the baby. You're so sweet, little baby. You're so sweet, little baby. A honey in the rock and the sugar don't stop. Gonna bring a bottle to the baby. Don't you weep, pretty baby. Don't you weep, pretty baby. She's long gone with her red shoes on. Gonna need another loving baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. You and me and the devil makes three. Don't need no other loving baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Go to sleep, little baby. Come lay bones on the alabaster stones and be my ever-loving baby. All right, there you have it. Hey, those are my mm, songs for today. Let's see. I tell you, friends, I don't know. I was going to tell you a story, but I don't remember what it was. Um, Probably the perils of having long, short days. It's just starting to get to me, folks. I tell you what, I got a new bed, yes, but it's kind of rough on me because it's too short and the rails aren't. There are no rails on it because of the wisdom of the government. They decided that putting a rail on a bed is a restraint hazard. Um, so people that want to stay in bed can't stay in bed because they've got no rails to hold them there or keep them there if they're in my condition and they're a little jumpy or move around a little bit in bed and have no control over that. You just kind of flop out of the bed and onto the floor, and there you have it. It's called a fall risk. But in this day and age, what they do for fall risk clients are what are they called? Uh, let's see, at the hospital, they're called a patient. At a nursing home, they're called a resident. There you go. And at home, you're just called a client. And in my case, I'm a client. I should be able to do what I want with my bed. Well, I got a new bed, and it only has top rails, and the top rails are only about a foot wide. And so, therefore, they do me zilch as far as good when my other rails off my old bed were 3 feet uh, wide, both of them. That'd be a foot rail and a head rail. Would have been 3 feet wide, making about a 6 foot rail section of 6 feet of rail. And now I have 1 foot of rail. I've got a 3 inch, uh, 25 foot long uh, ratcheting tie down strap that I'm using for a bottom rail. I have to hook it to the head rail, not the headboard, but the head rail, which is on the head of the bed there. I take that and I wrap it all the way around the foot of the bed, around the footboard of the bed, and back to the uh, other head rail on the other side of the bed. And then I ratchet it down into so it's tight enough to hold it onto the bed. And then on the other and then I try to get cushions to stay in between there. Well, that only works for so long if you put any pressure on that cushion. It just flips out through the bottom and falls out, and my knee goes through there, and so now I'm halfway out of bed in the middle of the night, which I have a new roommate, and that's, you know, keeps him awake all night, and that's not good on him. And so it's just rough. I'm having a rough time with the new bed. It's too short for me. If I end up laying on my back, I've got my head up against the headboard and my feet smashed in, or my feet in the footboard, and my head's not actually up against the headboard. I've got 1 inch, but in turn, that puts my shoulders up on my pillow instead of my pillow up under my neck where it should be. And if it's there, it's got the rest of the pillows jammed all up in there behind my head, putting pressure on my head and my neck. And well, it's just very extremely uncomfortable for me right now. And I get irritated and I don't get enough sleep. And well, it's kind of got me down. And I don't ever talk about, what it's like to be quadriplegic in my situation or anything of that nature. But when you start thinking about stuff like that, it messes with your body anyway. My muscle spasms have not been right since I got the new bed because it's just I'm not used to change. I don't like change, and there's a whole lot of change going on right now. And well, these things happen, It's one of those things, and I'm never down. I don't get down, and I don't want to get down. I don't like to get down, but every now and again, boy, they pile it on, The world piles it on you. And the only blessings I have is I've got God on my side, and He only lets them put on as much as He thinks I can handle, and He knows that I have a strong will to keep myself from getting too far down as long as I rely on Him to keep me up. And so that's what I have to do. I just put it in God's hands and let Him handle it because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to just, it would be really rough. And I lost a good friend the other day, and so that's kind of rough too. It's just weird, I tell you. It's bad news. Today I have no idea what happened. There was a loud explosion outside my door up there on the Fifth Street extension, which is called Little Hills Expressway, um, here in St. Charles. And it was a loud explosion, and I rolled up there to see what I could see, and all I could see was about a 100-foot plume of smoke in the air and about 200-foot wide diameter of smoke. So whatever it was, it exploded pretty heavily. I called it in, but nobody ever got back to me on what it was. I generally don't watch the news. I do watch the news on Channel 5 during the day because I am stuck on Channel 5 waiting for Jeopardy. And so I do catch the news at that point in time. Right after Jeopardy, they have the news. So I get the news forecast, but I haven't heard a whole lot of information about what happened today, and maybe they'll have something on later. But I generally don't um, watch the regular local news. Don't know. Well, it's not that, it's bipartisan news, and I just prefer not to take up on that anyway. Uh, I'd like to know the local information because I would have known about my friend earlier, but I didn't know until 2 days later or whatever. But that being said, let's see what else. Oh, it's story time for the kids, and so let's bring the kids over and let's read them some stories, okay? We'll do that. A few stories for the kids. Here, let me move this down here so that we can. All right, I think I was working on this one. It may have been one back. Simon's story for kids. Samson. Was I on that one? Let me see. I think. Well, I done. I guess I could have. Let me see this. We go back that page and check out these stories. Isaiah the prophet, the rich man and Lazarus, done that. A woman gets healed. The house of Simon, the blind beggar. Did I read the blind beggar? Prodigal son. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do the blind beggar. Uh, the house of Simon, no, the blind beggar. I may have read this one, but I'm gonna see real quick whether I have or have not. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I do not believe so. So here we go, the blind beggar. A long time ago, there lived a blind beggar in the town of Jericho. His name was Bartimaeus. One day, Jesus and his followers were visiting the town, and they were leaving. As they were leaving, they were crossing the road on which Bartimaeus was begging. Since there was a lot of noise being made by all the people around Jesus, Bartimaeus asked a man about what was happening. The man told him that Jesus and his followers were passing by. Bartimaeus had heard a lot of good things about Jesus and the miracles he had performed. So he shouted out, "Lord, Son of David, help this poor blind beggar." He went on shouting again and again till Jesus heard him. People tried to keep him hid, but Jesus told his followers to bring that beggar to him. Then Bartimaeus was taken to Jesus, and Jesus asked him, "What do you want me to do?" The beggar replied, "Have pity on me, son of David. Let my let me get my eyesight back." On hearing this, Jesus said to him, "Go, your faith has saved you." Bartimaeus got his eyesight back and was very happy, and so from that very moment he became a devout follower of Jesus. He is a visual. Oh, here's a visual depiction. Okay, so that was the blind beggar, and let's see. After the blind beggar, we'll go ahead and read the prodigal son. You know what a prodigal son is, right? The one that's supposed to inherit. So here we go. Long time ago, a rich farmer had two sons. He loved them dearly and thought of sharing his riches between them. When he died, the youngest son decided he did not want to wait. So he went to his father and asked, "Father, can I have my money now?" Wait a minute. Okay, let me start that over so it makes a little more sense. A long time ago, a rich farmer had two sons. He loved them dearly and thought that he of sharing his riches between them when he died. The youngest son decided he did not want to wait, so he went to his father and asked, "Father, can I have the money now? I am young and I can enjoy the money." The father was sad, but he gave the money to his son, and as he had loved him very much. The son went to live in the new city. He had a lot of fun and made many friends, but soon he spent all his money, and all his friends left him. Then the son found the job of feeding pigs with a local farmer. He used to get very little money and had to stay hungry most of the time. He thought to himself, "I'm dying of hunger here. Even the servants in my house get more food than they need. I will ask Father to forgive me and work on his farm." When the son came near his village, his father saw him, and he came running to meet his son. When they met, the son begged him to forgive him, and the father hugged him and said, "Bring him nice clothes and prepare a feast. My lost son has been found." On seeing this, Jesus said, "God treats all like all us like his children. He always forgives his children. He is a visual. Oh, there we go. God treats us all like his children. He always forgives his children. And so, therefore, once you're saved, you're always saved. You just got to help yourself by walking the right path. That would be my suggestion. Try to keep the right path. Walk on it plainly without stumbling. That's what you should do. Try to keep the path without stumbling. Hmm, let's see. And we'll just do that. Not Bible story. Okay, there we go. All right, looks like it's about time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right at it. So here we go. Our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread is going to be brought to you today by The Bible with Briscoe 2020. Yes, The Bible with Briscoe 2020 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading is going to be Psalm 119, 89 through 176, and 1 Corinthians 8. The Bible with Briscoe 2020. Don't forget to tune in and enjoy the reading of the Bible. All right, hey, let's see. Daily Bread. Today's devotion is called Spiritual Driving. Now, spiritual driving would be, like trying to drive from the back seat. You can trust what's going on, and I'm hoping that you can just uh, you can let Jesus take the wheel. There's a song called that. Jesus take the wheel. Anyway, I will be reading Ephesians 5, 8 through 20. If you would like to read the Daily Bread's devotion, you can always go to odb.org and take a look gander right there. I would suggest and or just prefer that if you did go to odb.org that you sign in. Give them a little bit of a donation because it helps to spread the word all around the world. So here we go. Ephesians 5, 8 through 20. For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Live as children of light. For the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth, and find out what phases the Lord have nothing to do with the fruitless deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. It is shameful even to mention what the disobedient do in secret. But everything exposed by the light becomes visible, and everything that is illuminated becomes a light. This is why it is said, "Wake up, sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because of the days are evil, and therefore do not be foolish, but understand will what the Lord's will is. Do not get drunk on wine, which leads to debauchery. Instead, be filled with the Spirit, speaking to one another with psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit. Sing and make music from your heart to the Lord. Always give thanks to God and the Father for everything in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. And there you have it. That was Ephesians 5, 8 through 20, which was the daily bread portion of the program for today, which was brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe 2020. The Bible with Briscoe 2020 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2020. All right, folks. Hey, that looks like it's it for the Shen Show today. And so, therefore, I'm just going to have to say, oh, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Oh, I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. Oh, I hate to leave ya, but I really must go. So, goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you and so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.